Rajesh Tiwari from India. Technical controller, Vinod Bolar from India. Thank you. Thank you very much and wish you all the best.
And we're ready for a start at the 2023 Asian Equipped Powerlifting Championships in Alleppey in India. This is the men's 66 kilogram class powerlifting, equipped powerlifting, and we're underway with VJ Thomas, 130 kilos. Oh, he's just lost his balance. He didn't get the start call, so he can try that again. Good depth. Oh, it's hard. Okay. All sorts of problems there, unfortunately, for VJ.
145.
And you're going to see one flight of lifting, so one entire group here, who will include juniors, masters, and open, and sub-juniors. So all age classes here, but all under 66 kilograms. So the next lifter is Amal Ghosh from India on 145. And he is Masters 3 lifter. As he unracks, is 61 years of age. Great depth. Oh, has to work for it. And the referees say it's a good lift. So he's on the board. 150 kilos now goes on the bar for Kumar. Arvind. He is he's age 48. He's a Masters 1. And he's lifting in his own age category. He is the only lifter in his age category. So one good lift in each of the 3 lifts will secure him a gold medal and a title as Asian champion. He's just out the back getting his wraps on. Just under 30 seconds to go. And the lifters must come out with their wrist wraps already done up. Thing. Arvind from India gets the squat call in time. Gets in nice and deep and very strong up. Should be a good lift. And it is.
180.
Big jump on the bar now, 180 kilos. And this is for a sub-junior of Kazakhstan. Stefan. Good looking opener and 3 white lights for Stefan. It's a good lift. Just waiting for the scorecard to catch up to where we are. Here we are now. 180 remains on the bar for Rahul of India. He's a sub-junior by age 18. Already been competing 4 years. And this is very close to his own PB. fantastic. And even at just age 18, you can see the years of work he's put into his lifting already. So started with a great walkout, very confident down into the hole, and looks up, plenty of strength. So very well chosen opener to build his confidence and get his squat underway. Here's Ruslan from Kazakhstan. He is a junior, 220 kilos on the bar for his opening squat. He's competing against Wang from Chinese Taipei, who will open 10 kilos higher. Quite a wide squat stance there. Gets down well and punches that up. And it's a good lift. 3 white lights. One of the jury have gone over to his coach and just told him something, so she wants something minor corrected. Probably to do with his wraps or apparel. And it would only be a minor thing, otherwise he would not get that lift. So we have Dinesh of India now. He is 17 years of age. That makes him a sub-junior. And he's the top opener of this group. 220 kilos as his opener. Just lost his balance a little bit there. He's settled. Drops in. Incredible strength. And it's 3 white lights for his opener. Just a Indian champion. As you can see here. So here is that man's direct competitor, Yu Cheng Wang, Chinese Taipei, 230 kilos for his opener. Quite a large Chinese Taipei team at this event, and as always at all internationals you find virtually the entire team will come and watch every other member of the team. Wang now. Okay, was it depth? Let's just check what the referees say. No, it was not. I thought it was a fraction high. You'll see it in the replay now. You see, just cuts it. Doesn't quite get it in there. He needs to leave no doubt. And all 3 said no depth. Alexander Kuramishin of Kazakhstan, 37 years of age. So he is an open-aged lifter. And he's opening with 250 kilos. It's quite a light opener. There's a problem. I think it's his coach came forward too far to where he wasn't supposed to be, and the jury sent the coach back. And the lifter was distracted by that, but has managed to get 3 white lights despite that distraction.
260. Feng Po Wen
There is a
of
taped off
Pakistan.
line where the coach must stay within that lined box on the floor, on the carpet, and he may not, they may not come any closer than that line. It's very clear to see. Now Feng from Chinese Taipei, 260 kilos for his opener. He's an open age category lifter as well at age 31. He's only been competing 1 year, so he's come into the sport late, but he is very strong and clearly ready for competition. Oh, that's nice. Yes, 2 to 1.
262.5.
So, Prakash now from India, age 27, and he's been competing for 14 years. So he started young and has just kept going. $262.5 for his opener, and there is only one other lifter with more on his opener to come, and that is Sanjay of India. Prakash. Looks good from here. And it is 2 to 1.
270.
And now the top opener, 270. Sanjay Shahai of India, 25 years of age, and he's been competing 11 years. This is quite close to his personal best. So, an aggressive opener for Sanjay. And there are 4 lifters in the open age category. See that the jury just inspected the knee wraps of that previous lifter. I wondered about them too because I didn't recognise them. And they have to be approved brands. Otherwise, they're considered illegal. Okay, Sanjay now, 270. Wow. Really interesting mechanics there, and it's a good lift. This is really exciting squatting to watch. Look how wide his stance is. He comes down very controlled, and he gets to a certain point and he allows himself to drop that last way right down into depth. This is, he's really worked that out for his mechanics to get his pelvis down so that he can be at depth, and that works for him. So that concludes the first round of squats. Now we go to the second round of squats, and we start with the lightest weight on the bar. So here is Thomas VJ, 130 again. I'm not sure if that was just nerves and being a little bit overwhelmed by the situation or what happened, but he had a very uncomfortable walkout. This looks a lot better. I think it might be high, but my mistake. It is 3 white lights.
152.5.
So that's wonderful. He's on the board. Just to see this slow motion replay. Takes a while to get down there, but there he gets it. Certainly does. And he's underway. Such a relief. Goshamal from India. is a 61-year-old. And you'd have to think he's going to win the gold medal in the squat between him and Thomas. "30 seconds. He's still getting his belt done up at the back there. It's not quite as easy for equipped lifters to be ready to go in an instant because they've got quite a few pieces of apparel that they need to undo and do back up again. He's in the 10-second time, so he needs to get his squat command in the next 2 seconds, which he won't. He was too late, so only by a second or two. And this is, in my opinion, on his coaches. They need to be looking at the screen out the back to see the lifting order and get their lifter ready in time and settled, waiting. Really, there is no excuse because there are screens out the back showing who's lifting next and after that and so on. So you have plenty of ability to time when your lifter needs to be ready. Here we have Kumar from India, 165. He's the Masters 1. Very solid lifter. Excellent technique. And it's 3 white lights for him. Big shout out to Chinese Taipei. I see they're on the chat there. And so they would be. They've got quite a substantial size Chinese Taipei team here. Some very familiar faces who I always see at international events. And it's wonderful to see our friends each time that we come away, especially at Asian Championship. We've got some wonderful lifters. We just wait for Stepan Dionika of Kazakhstan to come out for this 190. He got the 180 no problem as his opener. Competing for 3 years. Great depth, perfect. Oh, he drifts back. He's just gone back on the heels, the weight. And well caught by the spotters. This is Rahul of India, 18 years of age, with 195 kilos for his second attempt. He's the lightest lifter in his group of 3 in the sub-juniors. So he's already in second position on body weight. And this to really push him ahead of Stefan and secure the silver medal. Oh, wonderful. You can see he pulls his eyes to the ceiling, and that is the strategy that drives his whole body up from there. You see he looks straight up, chin comes up, and he stays fixed on one position so that he can keep his balance. Dinesh now, India, 222.5. He's the final sub-junior. He was safe on the gold medal, with the gold medal after his first squat. So he's significantly stronger in the squat than his competitors. Better walkout. Oh, that was quick. He's a really impressive lifter. And it's a good lift, 2-1. Yep. So, Wang Yu Chen, now Chinese Taipei, 235 kilos. Competing 6 years. At the age of 22. There's a lot of experience there in competition. Been competing all the time nationally. So he missed the 230 as his opener. And if you recall, he was high. And I'm sure that his coaches have given him a bit of a talking to convince him to get down. He's strong enough. Let's see how the refs saw that one. And he's got the lift, 2-1. It was just a fraction deeper than the first one, but it's all he needed. There you see. Just that little bit extra weight on the bar and awareness that he needs to get down a little more. So 235 remains on the bar for Ruslan of Kazakhstan. However, he's a junior. Sorry, they're both juniors. Wang and Ruslan. Now, they are, interestingly, exactly the same body weight. So this is really fascinating. Ruslan now needs to get the 235. Oh, such focus. So they've both got 235 now for their second attempt, and they weigh the same amount. Interesting competition. That was a no lift. The jury has overruled that as no lift. So there changes that situation. Alexander of Kazakhstan now. 257.5 kilos for his second attempt. I believe he holds the deadlift record, the Asian deadlift record. So we'll be very interested to see this man deadlift later on. Gosh, that's heavy. Oh my goodness. There's there was no lockout really there either. That was dreadfully painful and hard looking. That at least that right knee started to cave, and it swung him round, and he just couldn't lock those knees out either, as you can see there. I mean, that's a brave attempt. A lot of courage, because that weight is extremely heavy. So Feng, 272.5 kilos for his second attempt. just looking to compete for silver medal. And you can see the pressure his body is under from the veins and skin colour of what happens to him when he comes up with that weight. It's really impressive. Very courageous. I'm sure he enjoyed that. $280 kilos for Prakesh from India. Trying to push himself up there into first position momentarily before Sanjay comes. Feng has put on 280 for his third attempt, so applying pressure. Oh, wonderful strength coming up, and he's the gentleman with those knee wraps that were inspected and found to be fine. And that is a good lift. Check that out, side on. Very nice. Really holds his nerve on the way down and very strong coming up. So with that 280, he really steps up into first place. And Sanjay now needs to get 290, this 290 that he's selected, to get that lead back. So here's Sanjay. Can he reclaim the lead with this squat? 290. It's a lot of weight. He weighs 65.6. Okay. We'll just have a look at this in replay, and the jury are going to go and see him out the back. I'm not sure what happened there for him, but he did appear to start to lose it backwards. I don't think he could have done anything else because it started to drop down his back. He didn't dump it, so to speak. He just was in a difficult position and unable to hold it. And I have to commend the spotters for keeping themselves safe, because that would have been catastrophic if that had have landed on someone's foot. Okay, we're back to the lightest lifts for the third round of squats. Here's Thomas. He's stacked on 15 kilos now from his last attempt, which is a lot. I felt he's struggled a little bit to control these weights. 145 kilos was the best walkout we've seen from him. Gets down in there. This looks like the best lift. If it was depth, then it was. So he's thrilled. Goshamal, India, 152.5 kilos again. Missed it on the last attempt. Being heavier than Thomas, he will need this to win the gold. So Thomas took the lead with that 145 just now. Amal is heavier, so he needed to lift more. He's got 152.5. This for the gold. No, 2-1 against. So that's the silver medal for Amal and Thomas, who looked shaky from the start, gets the gold medal in the Masters 3. Interesting turnout. Arvind of India, 172.5, only competing against himself here. This for 3 out of 3. Great depth. Oh, very strong lifter. Makes it look effortless. And it's a good lift. He got 3 out of 3.
For Denika Stepan of Kazakhstan.
Denika Stepan from Kazakhstan, 190 kilos for his final squat. He'll get the bronze no matter what in the squat. Got the depth? No. Just a bit heavy today. Struggled with his balance the last time he tried to lift that. So he finishes on 180. Here we have 200 kilos. We've cracked into the 200s here on the third round with Rahul of India. With Dinesh to follow. He's certainly finishing with the silver medal. Referees said 2-1 against. No lift. Watch the replay here. Everything looks good.
232.5.
Just a little bit of trouble there with the knees and
Dinesh our result. Next Kozevnikov Razlan of Kazakhstan.
not deep enough. Apparently it was a depth issue. Now Dinesh, 232.5 kilos. He is the gold medalist in the sub-juniors under 66 kilo class. This lift to go 3 out of 3. It's 10 kilos more than the previous lift. Oh, he stuck it at the end, and it's a good lift. He should be delighted with that.
237.5. Kozevnikov Razlan of Kazakhstan.
232.5 for Dinesh now. He is the final of the sub-juniors. And he is the gold medalist. Just 17 years of age. Competing for 5 years. He did, I think he had his previous lift overruled, didn't he? Oh, he's working hard for this. And I think he's got it. Yes, he has 2-1. That's a great lift.
245 for Wang Yu-Cheng. 245 for Wang Yu-Cheng of Chinese Taipei.
And just for your reference there in that previous lift, the Asian record is 280 kilos. So as good as that was, there's still more for the record. Just waiting for the scorecard and good lift system to catch back up again. There was just a little glitch in the system just then.
Chinese Taipei.
So they need the correct lifter to come out.
Chinese Taipei, Wang Yu-Cheng.
So this bar is for the Chinese Taipei lifter. I can't even tell you what weight it is because the system hasn't quite caught back up yet. Gets a squat call to just getting his balance. Oh, wow, what commitment to that lift. That was absolutely outstanding.
257.5
And 3 white lights.
for Guramshin Alexander.
Now I believe we're into the open age category, the last 4 lifters to squat here in this session. And just a bit of a recap there, the Indian lifter Dinesh got the gold in the sub-juniors. In the juniors, Wang from Chinese Taipei took the gold. And Thomas of India took the Masters 3 gold. Now we sort out the open age category with 257.5 to start with for Kuramesh of India. He missed this on his second attempt. That Kuramesh, I'm sorry, from Kazakhstan. He missed this. So this, or he will feel great disappointment, I'm sure. No. Well done. He stayed with the bar, and that is what you are supposed to do. Even though he overbalanced backwards, he may have been tempted to dump the bar off the back, but he stayed with his hands on it, and that is exactly what the lifter must do. And you can see that the spotters then can bodily pick up the lifter and drive them back into the rack, and it was well done, everybody, particularly lifter, to stay with that. So that weight was way far beyond him. So Feng, Chinese Taipei now, 280 kilos for his third attempt. And he is in silver medal position. Was it enough? No, he needed to go a little deeper, but it was a good attempt. He finishes on 272.5 kilos for his squat. And it will just remain to see how the last two guys lift to see what medal he gets. The first of which is Prakesh now from India, 287.5 kilos. Prakesh is currently in first place, but we have got Sanjay to come. So this is quite tense. Sanjay missed his second lift. That looks good. This looks really good. Yes, it is. It's 3 white lights, and that is a wonderful lift. To get to 87.5 there, he is now in the gold medal position, and only Sanjay, a successful lift here, can push him back into silver. With Feng of Chinese Taipei then being pushed back into bronze. So Sanjay now, all the pressure, it's come down to this. He led from the start, but now he is at risk. He has to win back the lead. He took a 20 kilo increase from his opener to his second attempt, and he missed it. So can he get it now and get back in the lead? I think it's depth. That looks good. Was it depth? Yes, it was. He goes straight to the gold medal position with Prakesh in the silver and Feng in the bronze. So that was the squat session. Wait, hold that. The jury have overturned that as a no lift. If you look on the replay, they say no lift. It was not depth. So change all of that. With that no lift, just lost my scorecard, so I can't tell you what happened. Okay, there will be a break now for until the bench press, and it's 20-minute break from this point on. So do rejoin us then for the bench press. And welcome back. We have a restart on the 2023 Asian Equipped Powerlifting Championships in Alleppey, India. This is the men's 66 kilogram class, all age groups. We've got sub-juniors, juniors open and masters 1 and some masters 3 lifters for you. And we're nearly ready for a start on the bench press. We saw in the squat session a bit of drama in the open age category where Sanjay missed his final squat, which sent him straight back to bronze medal with his opener. It was quite a shock in probably for a lot of people who expected him to be the outright winner. He put the 270 up on his opener and got it, and then missed the next 2 lifts, which allowed Fen from Chinese Taipei to just creep ahead of him on 272.5, and Prakesh, his teammate, to get right up in front with 287.5. So drama there. And it also obviously knocks Sanjay's total around. So we are watching for the strategy in the bench, but probably more so in the deadlift, to see if that loss of kilos towards the total will make a difference. And Prakesh is a strong deadlifter, so this may have really altered the course as Sanjay may have seen it, because Prakesh still has his strongest lift to come in the deadlift. Over in the juniors, we had 2 lifters, and they were quite close, with Wang from Chinese Taipei finishing 7.5 kilos ahead of Ruslan of Kazakhstan. Now, I think they're reasonably well matched in the bench press as well, these guys. No. Maybe Wang is ahead, and also in the deadlift Wang would be ahead, so that there may have set the tone of going forward with Wang being in front. We also have a look at the Masters 3. There was a bit of drama there too. Thomas looked in all sorts of trouble with a very shaky opener and a second attempt that didn't look much good either. And then finally he came through with the goods with 145 in his final attempt and was able to sneak up in front of Amal, his teammate, who also got 145, but Thomas being lighter, and it was by 0.1 of a kilo. 0.1 of a kilo lighter. So body weight does matter. It comes into play sometimes when it's the issue of both of you or two or more lifters on the same weight. Then body weight becomes the deciding factor. So not only making body weight, but then in relation to others in your lifting group, what your body weight is in relation to them. Yes, we have got a delay on the start of lifting at the moment. The referees are getting involved in the bench press assemblage. It was fine for the morning sessions. I'm not sure what's happened. I had a look at that bench press yesterday, and it's a genuine Eleiko bench press. Very nice. I'm not sure why it is not sitting in its groove properly, or whether something's come adrift on it. But we've got a cast of thousands around it at the moment, trying to work out what they need to do or what the problem is to get the bench to assemble correctly. So we're not sure what's wrong with the bench. Screw. They're fixing it now. Some screw on it isn't quite right. So yes, we do have a delay. Of course, the problem about that is that lifters would have got their bench shirt on, and I guess they would have had it on already, but they're in it now, waiting, ready to lift and can't lift. There is actually, I can see now, something substantial wobbling the top of that bench. And we'll come back to you when we've got a start. Is it the top of the bench that's wobbling? $4,001. 13. Mine's slower to catch up. And buru buru buru. Buru buru buru. Guru guru guru. Guru guru guru. Guru guru guru. Okay, we are back. The bench assembly problem has been fixed. So we are back on now with the bench press session of the under 66 kilo class men, all age groups. This is 70 kilos on the bar for Kumar Arvind of India. Kumar lifting in his age category by himself. So he is opening with a raw, so he hasn't got a bench shirt on. He's just opening with a very easy 70 kilos just to get on the board. And that is just a formality that he's chosen to do that so that he gets the lift on the board. Perhaps he's not entirely comfortable with his bench press or his shirt, and he just wants to make sure that he gets at least one lift on the board. Now he'll go out the back and put his bench shirt on, I presume, unless he keeps lifting raw, he can. So that may be, that will be yet to be seen, what he chooses to do. Now here is VJ Thomas, the Masters 3, opening on 82.5 kilos. He has got a bench shirt on. So, lifting. Very good control on the descent, good touch. His head's way off the bench, so they should ping him for that. Oh, they gave him a good lift. So the side refs mustn't have been able to see that, and you won't see it on the replay there either. But his head came completely off the bench. And chief referee signalled that to the jury, but nothing they can do, I think. Perhaps, I'm not sure. Anyway, he got away with that. So now Goshamal of India, 90 kilos on the bar for his opener. Thomas getting away with 82.5. And Amal opening quite a bit higher. His head's also come off. And let's see if anyone saw that. I'm sure the centre ref did, and the centre ref saw that. And the side refs did not see it either. So both gentlemen, at least it's consistent. I think the jury are going to overturn that. I'm just watching what's happening there. And that's right. That was a no lift. But also the first one was a no lift. So that's unfortunate that they've overruled the second lift, but they should overrule the first lift because it was actually even more pronounced. Anyway, Rahul, the sub-junior, 90 kilos for his opening bench. Very easy down and easy up. Now we've got the next sub-junior with a 20 kilo increase on the bar. Danica Stepan from Kazakhstan, 16-year-old, benching 110 kilos. Can you believe it? This is really a wonderful display of strength from young men who are nowhere near filled out or getting near their full potential yet. Plenty of capacity to increase their strength due to their age. So it's exciting to see the young. Oh, very nice descent. Gets right underneath. No. Might have been a bit slow off the chest. He needs to really push on that. So good experience there for him to hit that more aggressively as we're seeing him come down.
134, Kozebniko Ruslan of Kazakhstan.
Okay, 110 kilos. No, that's the last lift we had. 130 kilos for Dinesh of India. He is also the sub-junior. So with a good lift here, he pulled right away in the clear in the sub-junior group with the bench press. He also finished miles in front the squat. I'm sorry, it's not. It's Ruslan of Kazakhstan coming out for the 130. Dinesh must be coming out after him. So first, Ruslan. He is a junior. Yeah, he's a junior. $130. That was a wonderful lift. He was able to block out the beeping sound that you get when you're inside 10 seconds. Not sure if you can hear it, if it picks up in the live streaming, but it is a loud beep, and it generally signals to all lifters that they're running out of time, and it's a sound you have to really block out of your mind so that it doesn't panic you. So here now is the 130 for Dinesh. He was the squatter that impressed us so much with 232.5 kilos and now 130. Wonderful. And as good as that is, the record with the sub-juniors in this weight class is 160 kilos. So it's really hard to imagine that these young people can lift these incredible weights and have control of quite technically challenging gear that they're wearing, the bench shirts. So Wang from Chinese Taipei, 140 kilos. He is a junior. Him and Ruslan are competing. So with the successful bench here, he'll be 10 kilos in front. On the bench press, he's already in the lead in the squat. He's got a very good deadlift. So Wang sizing up an Asian title here with 3 white lights. He is in prime position for the Asian Championship. 145 on the bar for Sanjay, who finished with the bronze in the squat. As you recall, it was a tumultuous time for him. And now the 145 in the bench. The bench is probably his weakest lift. Should I say his squat's his strongest lift. Very elegant touch and very powerful off the chest. That's a marvellous lift.
150,
The timing, absolutely perfect.
Followed by Feng Po Wen, Chinese Taipei.
We go 150 kilos now for Alexander. for his opening bench press. So there will be a bit of a tussle between him and Sanjay for the minor medal. He's 37 years of age. Very intense lifter. I was trying to interview him out the back. It's quite hard going. Oh, he struggled to find the touch and then he took off without the call. Oh, it was a good lift. I'm the one who must have missed the call. Yeah, that was strange because I thought he hadn't touched yet. It was drifting around before he hit the chest and he just literally touched it and took off again. So that's the way it goes. Prakesh, India, 165 for his first attempt. This will assert his place in the higher medals with the bench press. And a good lift here not only gives him a chance at the gold, but certainly the silver. Oh, wow. That was a great lift. Very impressive. So he hits the front with Feng to follow. Just 5 kilos more, 170. Let's see how Feng presses this. This could be quite the competition, Feng and Prakesh. Feng is 0.3 of a kilo lighter than Prakesh. So there's a little advantage there in case they end up on the same amount. Oh, marvellous. Yes, 3 white lights. And crowd very appreciative of that lift. That concludes the opening bench presses for these gentlemen. We next have the second round of bench press. Arvind Kumar, 80 kilos. So, yes, he's still got a T-shirt on. So I think he's not lifting with a bench shirt. He's just going to lift raw. So this is equipped competition, but that means you're allowed to wear equipment. You don't have to. So it's just a allowance, but it's his choice to not wear equipped. So he's lifting raw or classic. With just a T-shirt, he could have an injury or something that he doesn't want to. Nah. And I'm thinking by the look of that, he's got an injury. And he is protecting an injury there, and he has not got 80 raw even in him. So very good idea for him to open so light and get at least one lift on the board, even though it's going to severely affect his total. The main thing is to get a total. Amal Ghosh of India now, 90 kilos. And he is wearing the shirt. And he gets 3 white lights. So that is Amal. He's the Masters 3. He missed that the first time, and he's got that. I believe Thomas is next. Yes, VJ Thomas is next. He's got 90 on the bar for himself as well, and he is a fraction lighter. So Thomas will go in front with a good lift here. They're both quite light for this weight category. They weighed in well under. Amal was only 63 kilos and Thomas 62.9. Okay, let's see how the refs saw that. Yes, they gave him a good lift. It was an altogether much better lift than his opener, I have to say. May have been difficult for him to drag that first lift down. May have been a fraction light for the shirt. So it's looking better now. There's a bit of weight on there. We jump into the sub-juniors with Rahul of India. First to crack the 100 in this second round of lifts. He is the lightest in his age category here. Great touch. Oh, he hits the rack. That's fine. Should be all right. Yes, it's 3 white lights. He did hit the rack on the way up, but as long as it doesn't give him any advantage whatsoever, that won't count against him. He's pushed the bar right back. And we've all done it, so we learn not to get too much of a shock when that happens and just continue to finish the lift. Denika, Kazakhstan. 110 kilos. He missed it the first time. Let us see this. That looks wonderful. He's got right under it. Come on. Oh, I think he's got that, and it's a great save. It really is. That will be an incredible relief for him because that was looking very difficult to get, and you can see he really had to stick with it, which is not easy to do, to just let go. His body has learnt to keep pushing through when it hits that resistance. So that is a magnificent bench, and it's almost the sort of lift you'd just call it quits and not do a third attempt. Although he's put on 5 kilos extra. So Dinesh, India, 135. He's well ahead of his competitors. He's the gold medalist. He's right under it. Oh, he tried, but that extra 5 kilos causing a problem. He's safe on 130 kilos from his opener. So no doubt he'll try that 135 again. He's in a great position there. I have a feeling he might have just had to push it back a little more. I think he can get that if he tweaks it a little. Here's Ruslan, 142.5. He's one of the juniors. With this, he will hit the front. Ahead of Wang. I just just momentarily. Oh, what's happened there? It needs to be called rack. Yeah, that wasn't going anywhere. I thought it went down very early on in the press. We'll have a look here in the replay. Comes down, just dumps it. See, that's where the error is there. That should have been called rack there instead of making him muscle that out and lose energy anyway. So I think on the size of that Ruslan is no threat to Wang in the bench press. Wang's already got 140. He's ahead of Ruslan by 10 kilos now, and he's looking at 150. "22 years of age. Oh, yes. Really, no doubt. Oh, 2-1 against.
152.5 for Sanjay Sahi of India.
2-1 against.
Next in turn, Quran Alexander.
Was it the butt? Yeah, I think the butt's come up. I can just see it. There it is. The butt has come up off the bench. The centre ref wouldn't have been able to see that, and I couldn't see it from my angle, but the side camera and the side refs saw it. So he's done that because it is getting quite heavy, so his body's flexed and thrown everything up at it. Let's see if he can make the correction. He can do that. Here's Sanjay, 145. 152.5, I beg your pardon. Oh, wow, what a fight. That looks like a good lift to me. No, it's not a good lift. 3 red.
157.5.
Okay.
For Quran Alexander.
I've got a bit of an obscured view. That is my excuse. Let's just see what happened here. So far, so good. I think the bar went down. The bar went down. Oh, yes. So the whole bar went down, and then he's pushed it back up again on the ascent. So no lift. These benches are starting to really trouble these guys as Alexander comes out for 157.5. This could really push him up into that minor meta position. Oh, he's done well there. Yes, he has 3 white lights. So he, I imagine, will be very happy with that. He's got himself into the bronze medal position, and Sanjay cannot catch him from what he's put in as his 3rd attempt. So there is Alexander safe on the bronze. He still has a chance at a silver if things go a certain way. So really good position for Alexander to be in. Prakesh now, 170 kilos. It's only a 5 kilo increase from his opener. Oh, it looks great. You can really tell from the ascent even how that lift is going to go as he pulled that down onto an absolutely beautiful line, and just this perfect sort of power flex at the bottom. Very impressive bench, that 170. So he pulls away from Sanjay from Alexander, and consigns Alexander back to the bronze with no chance of any further. So Prakesh in silver medal position. Here's Feng, 180. Oh. Yes. 3 white lights as Feng posts up the 180, and he's become untouchable now. He's the gold medalist in the bench press. They have got another lift to come, but none of the lifts nominated would beat Feng. So he's won it at this stage. Arvind, 80 kilos again for his final bench press. Now, I can't be sure, but I think he's having a particular problem. I could be wrong about that, but it was a much better attempt, but no, the strength is gone. He shakes his left hand. The way he did it almost makes me think it's an elbow or a wrist problem he's got in the left arm. VJ Thomas, Masters 3, 92.5 kilos. Sneaky little attempt this. If he gets this and Amal misses his, he'll get the gold. This is all about strategy as well. There is no point him trying for more. This is smart, really smart attempt selection. Oh, no. It was a very good strategy, but the lift went sideways. I thought he was losing it on the way down. Just had a bit of problem on that left side. I'm not sure if he set up symmetrically or something happened there. That was never going to go well on the press. But very good idea. If he had have got that, he would have put pressure on Amal. So here now is Amal, 100 kilos. He's safe. He got the 90, and actually I'm wrong about that. He weighs heavier. He has to get this. Oh dear, he's dumped that, and somehow he's pressed it, and he's got it. That was amazing. Amal has pressed that. Okay, we're into the sub-juniors now. This is Rahul, 105. Just a 5 kilo increase. He's happy to settle with the bronze in the bench press. Oh, good work. Wonderful final bench. 3 white lights. That's the sort of lift he'd go back probably and think he could lift more, because that was actually his best lift. It was great. 115 for Danica from Kazakhstan. 5 kilo increase for him. Safe in silver. After that spectacular recovery, and he missed the 110 on his opener, got it in fine style on the second attempt. Now 115. Let's see. I don't like it. No, I did not like that. Started to move in his wrists. He lost the line. You'll see it on the replay, especially. Oh, you won't. We can't see it, but that left arm He lost the position in his wrist, in his hand.
Next is Kozerviko Razlan, followed by Wang Yicheng.
Dinesh, 135, missed this on the second attempt. He was always safe from his opener. He put in 130 and he got that. So 135 now, just to get a little closer to what he expected to get. But he will be far and away the winner in the sub-juniors. Good touch. Oh, no. It's okay. He'll have to settle with an opener. None of us like it, but you'll accept it. 142.5. Ruslan, Kazakhstan in the juniors. Tried this on his second attempt, missed it. With a good lift here, he will momentarily go into first place over Wang. So a bit of a pressure lift here. This for a chance at the gold. A good lift here, and if Wang misses his, he gets the gold in the bench press. He must get this lift. Oh, we think he's got it. He's stuck the ending, and I think he's got that. He has. That's a terrific lift. And now the pressure is on Wang. Wang has got 150 on his. If he misses it, he'll get the silver. If he gets it, he'll get the gold. Remember, these two guys weigh exactly the same. So only Wang was thinking of having a look at something more. Problem is, he's just got to get the lift. Now, I believe he lifted his butt, and there are quite a few things he can do to correct that, but that doesn't happen again. So he sets off. It looks good. It looks really good. I think he's got it. It'll depend on the butt. Yes, he's got it, and he's got the gold medal.
152.5,
So you'll see this on the replay. It's altogether better. Oh, he's lovely and tight through the body there, and the butt does not. The hips don't drive up off the bench. It's a great coaching there. And well done to the athlete. Okay, we go into the open age category now, and we start off with 152.5 for Sanjay, who missed this on his second attempt. So far, so good. Oh, wow. That looks amazing. Yep. 3 white lights. It's a really good lift.
162.5.
And now 162.5 for, who is it, Alexander of Kazakhstan. He is safe in the bronze medal position regardless, as Sanjay, with that good attempt there, it was not enough to chase down Alexander. So Alexander safe in the bronze and unable to advance to the silver. But important extra kilos for his total. So it's all for a good cause. Oh, Now, I'm sure he didn't get the press. So no lift, surely. And the lights haven't come up yet. Oh, centre ref's given it. My goodness, it's a good lift.
177.5. Is Dolly from Prakash B of India. Next lifter is Feng Po Wen.
Wow. Prakash, 177.5. Safe in silver. No challenge to the gold with this. Again, important kilos for the total. Again, it's a good lift. But got the lights are playing up. So the referees have signalled with the thumb up that it's a good lift. Is it?
Wait, please. Wait. What is it that you said?
Oh, 2 against.
Is it no lift?
2 against, it's no lift. So confusion here.
For Feng Po Wen.
And when it's the thumbs up, thumb down signal, we don't know the reason.
Feng Po Wen.
Okay, Feng, to finish off the bench press in this session with 185 kilos, our final lifter and our top lifter. 5 kilos more, untouchable for the gold medal in the bench. Feng. Oh, there it is. Oh, come on. Yes. Will they give it? Yes, they do. So that concludes the bench press session of the 66 kilo class. We will have 20-minute break and then on to the deadlift session. Here we are for a restart. We're at the deadlift session now for the under 66 kilogram class men. And we'll be underway in 1 minute or less. Amal Ghosh, India, comes out with 130 kilos on the bar. He is Masters 3.
Good lift. 145 for Thomas VJ of India. Thomas VJ of India. Next lifter Arvind Kumar Kushava, followed by Deneka Stefan of Kazakhstan. Bar is loaded. It's a good lift. 160 for Arvind Kumar Kushava of India. Next lifter Deneka Stefan of Kazakhstan, followed by Rahul Rohit GS of India. Bar is loaded.
So Masters 1, Arvind, sumo style deadlift here. A very solid and stable lift, which is typical of all of his lifts.
For Deneka Stefan of Kazakhstan. Next lifter Rahul
180 kilos now for Stepan Danica of Kazakhstan, 16-year-old. One of the sub-juniors, obviously. And the other guys are going to open a good 20 and more kilos heavier than him. But he's only 16, his hips are high. So we imagine he has plenty of capacity to really stack some weight on this deadlift as he develops. And it was a good lift. Just had to rely on the thumbs up system as the lights have been a little bit tricky today. We've got 200 kilos now on the bar for Rahul from India. Rahul is one of the sub-juniors. Rahul got silver in the squat and bronze in the bench, and looking very strong in the deadlift, although I'm not sure if it's enough to catch his teammate Danish. Now 220 on the bar for Ruslan from Kazakhstan. He's in the juniors. So just a switch of the age category. 220 for his opener, and Wang, his competitor, will open on 230. So Ruslan has just been chasing Wang all day, and he's within 5 to 10 kilos of him in every lift, so it's a really good competition between the two of them. It's good for Ruslan because he's pushing himself up, and the 220 goes well.
Good lift. Same load, Dinesh R of India.
Now that weight stays on the bar, and we've switched down into the sub-juniors for Dinesh of India to take that weight for his opener. And he will certainly pull ahead and be quite safe, I think, in the gold medal position if he pulls this. So he comes out now for the deadlift. He's very keen for the lift. He had to be sent back by the technical controller because he hadn't been called yet. And that is a very strong deadlift. He, with that lift, has got a total, and he is well and truly in front, not only in the deadlift, but in the total. I imagine Dinesh will total over 600. Okay, now here's Wang for his opening deadlift. With this, he will get his total. And we're in the home stretch of the total medal to, for him, hopefully secure the gold and the Asian title. We have Feng in the open age category now, the first of 4 for his opener of 240 kilos. Feng right up there with the medals. A really strong opener there. He finished with the silver in the squat and the gold in the bench. He's just got a little bit of work in the deadlift to stay in touch with the top medals. Here's Alexander opening on 245. And it's a good lift, 2 to 1.
245.
A little bit more on the bar now. 245 for Sanjay of India. Sorry, same amount. 245. Sanjay's lighter in body weight. No, that was a no lift. That was a no lift, that previous lift. And the lifting continued while that jury overturn just happened. And Sanjay was successful with the 245. While we were just distracted with the jury overturning that previous lift for Alexander. So he has missed his opener. Prakesh, 260. It's the top opener. And we'll pull him right away. Oh, solid. Solid for 280.
It's a good lift. 142.4.
I was just having a look at the Asian record in the open age category for the 66 kilo men, and it's 300 kilos neat.
142.5.
So we now swing into the second deadlifts. 142.5 for Amal. Not making a serious challenge on Thomas. Yeah, very good lift.
155. Thomas BJ.
155 kilos for Thomas's second lift. It's a 10 kilo increase. The opener looked really good, so I'm not surprised to see the 10 kilos on there. He's making up for a little bit of lost ground in the bench press. And if things go to plan, he may well capture the gold medal in this category overall. Oh, it's very strong. Plenty of energy there. 155 puts him into the lead. 175 now for the Masters 1 lifter, Arvind. 175, it's a 15 kilo jump. He's been solid all throughout. He's a lifter who really doesn't show the struggle in his movements. Everything is very balanced and there's no weak spots that you can see in his movement. It's really enjoyable to watch him lifting, and that's what I think makes it look so easy. He's got great speed and no apparent weak spots. Danica of Kazakhstan, 190 kilos. Interesting to see how this moves and see if he has a crack at 200. Oh, it didn't even break the floor. He's got his squat suit on back to front. He's some lifters will use their squat suit but turn it back to front and use that as their deadlift suit. We find that it actually works quite well as a deadlift suit that way. And we've been doing that for years and years. There are special deadlift suits, but some use a squat suit back to front. Here now, Rahul, 210 kilos for his second attempt. No threat to Dinesh, and a fantastic second lift there. 230, no, yes, 235 now for the junior, Ruslan. So temporarily would push him up into the lead over Wang. Continuing this great tussle. It is a 15 kilo increase, so reasonably significant. And Wang will look to come out and put 10 more on top. So first he's got to get the 235, which is a reasonable pull. Oh, yes, he's had to work, and he is working on it. He's working on it as long as he can hold it, pushing those hips through. Oh, well done. And it is, oh, no lift.
Same load and the lifter is Dinesh Arvind.
2-1 against.
Next lifter is Wang Yu Chen, followed by Kuranjan Alexander.
Yep. And you saw the replay. So 235 remains on the bar for the junior. It's Ruslan's lift there. We've got Dinesh took the 235.
245. Wang Yu Chen Chinese side is lifter. Next is the Kuranjan Alexander, followed by Feng Po Wen.
And Dinesh got that. We're at 245 for Wang, who got a reprieve when Ruslan was unable to get the 235. But if he misses this, we're back to the same situation again. Okay, so oh, wow. Oh, he's pumped, as you would be. 245.
245.
At 65.5 kilos of body weight. And a junior. It's good stuff. Same weight for an open lifter. Alexander. He missed this in his opener. So let's see if he can make the correction there. Is he locked out? I think not. I think the trouble is the shoulders not coming back. The knee is not locked. So we'll look at that on the replay. Just watch if his knee unlocks. I don't know. I couldn't quite see it. So he's having a bit of a bad go of this. We have Feng, 250 to add 10 kilos to his opener. Oh, it's good. And it is. 3 white lights. Sanjay, 257.5, just trying to sneak ahead of Feng. Neither of them are going to catch Prakesh. This is the last 2 lifts of the second round. Sanjay making a charge on the medals with 257.5. Oh, solid. That was magnificent.
275.
So he leads Feng at the moment. Feng has put in 260 for his third attempt. Let's see what Sanjay says. I think he'll put more than that. There's a real fight here for the silver medal. There's no fight for the gold. Prakesh has got it. Oh, I beg your pardon, that's not true. Prakesh will need to get one of these next lifts, this one or his third. Just flexes and takes the flex out of the bar before he pulls. Oh, it's great. Some wonderful deadlifting here. 3 white lights.
152.5 for Amal Ghosh.
So we will come round now to the third and final round of deadlifts. It's 155 to start us off with Amal from the Masters 3 group. Now the situation here is that Thomas has got 155. Amal is heavier, so even with a successful pull here, Amal will not beat Thomas. So this is literally about kilos that count towards the total. He's not trying to get the gold in the deadlift. He's trying to get the maximum kilos for his total. So different strategies as Amal takes this bar. Oh, wow, great work. Got a little bit of a swing going on there, but no problem at all. And it's 3 white lights to complete his deadlift. So that was impressive. And he finishes on a 400 kilo total. He is heavier than Thomas just slightly. So Thomas has got the gold on body weight at this stage still. So he cannot lose the gold, even if he misses this. 165. Oh, it's magnificent. And the coaches are thrilled. Yes, he's thrilled. 61 years of age. And that felt good. 165 kilos. Both gentlemen finish on 400 kilos, but VJ Thomas wins the gold by 0.1 of a kilo of body weight. Fascinating outcome there. The smallest, one of the smallest margins, the smallest margin you can get. 185 kilos on the bar for Arvind, the Master 1 lifter. He's gone 3 out of 3. Surely must be happy with his lifting day. He's the gold medalist, of course, as he was competing in his own age class. He can now boast that he's the Asian champion. Apart from that, he had a very successful lifting day with some wonderful weights on there. So Stepan Denika of Kazakhstan missed 190. Let's see if he can break it off the floor. Oh, there it go. No, he did better, much better. He got it moving, but very heavy today. So he finishes on 180. He'll get the bronze medal in the deadlift, and I believe the bronze medal overall. Yes, it will. Rahul going 220 for his final deadlift. He can't beat Dinesh with this, and he will have the silver overall as well. A wonderful day of lifting from him. Oh, magic. Oh, That's okay. Did he drop that? No, that's a good lift. I thought he might have dropped that. And the referees saw it. I saw it. It's a no lift. He did drop that at the end. You'll see it on the replay. Yep, he definitely dropped that. The lifters must keep the bar in their hands until it's on the floor in powerlifting. And I think it was because he was losing his balance that he pulled off the bar. 2:35 again for Ruslan. Missed it the second time. Finish with the silver and the silver overall. He's got to get a good grip of this. I think he's doing a hook grip there. Yes, he is. Gets a lovely position. Oh, no. Couldn't even break it off the ground. It happens. It happens to all of us. 42.5 for Dinesh. Final sub-junior. Magnificent win here today. Big total. So we'll put him over 600. He'll go 605 kilos for a total with this one. So really good total for a sub-junior. Not today. So he will finish with 597.5 as his total. Gold medals for all the lifts and the total, but unable to just crack the 600 kilos. I'm guessing that might have been a goal of his to try and crack the 600. He certainly went for it. Here's Alexander Kuramashin of Kazakhstan, 245. This is a pressure lift. He will disqualify without this lift. 3 times. Oh, he's going to lose that lift. I don't think he... Oh, they gave him the lift. It's 2-1, given him the lift. I'm watching the jury. They're having a good discussion. It's a lockout question, whether he... Oh, dear. I don't think they can accept that, but we'll see what happens. They're just reviewing it all now. So now, Wang, Chinese Taipei, 265 kilos, a 20-kilo jump. He's a junior, 265. Just trying to see the significance of this lift. Maybe some national... No lift. There we go. It was a no lift, and unfortunately... Okay, so Wang didn't get that either. And unfortunately for Alexander, he disqualifies. He did not get the lift. In our slang way of talking, we say he's bombed. The technically correct way to say it is he disqualified, unable to get 3 lifts, a lift from 3 attempts. So that's sad for him. 265, Sanjay, final deadlift, looks good, and he's been given a good lift. He will finish
Feng Po winners lifter, Chinese country.
So just see what Feng does here. He could finish with the silver, depending on how Feng goes with this pull. This is a massive, massive jump. 25 kilo jump from his last attempt. Feng pulling into silver medal position. Oh, he tried so hard. Good effort, but no. So, with that miss, Sanjay gets the silver in the deadlift. This is an Asian record attempt now with Prakash. 301 kilos. Said previous record was 300. He's decided to chip it. It's called chipping. He's putting on a little weight plate that we don't usually use. And he's put a whole kilo. He could have put 0.5 on. And he's put a whole kilo extra. So this is the first really serious attempt at a record. It's an open Asian record for Prakash from India. 301 kilos, 26 kilos higher than his previous attempt. .301. Oh, he's got it away. Oh, that's a great effort. Oh, he's just grabbed his neck. He's strained a muscle there, I'd say. And that concludes the lifting there. He still finishes as the champion in first place in the total and the deadlift. So we will have the medal ceremony very shortly for you, where you can see how those medals fell. And we'll see you shortly for that.
The guest of honor is the President of the Asian Powerlifting Federation, Mr. Farshid Sultani, and Ms. Tatiana Romanova, Secretary General of the Asian Powerlifting Federation. I request both of them to give away the participation medals to the competitors. So ladies and gentlemen, we start with the 66 kg category open Scott. Bronze medal goes to Sanjay Sahi of India. Silver medal goes to Feng Po Wen of Chinese Taipei. And the winner of the gold is Prakash B of India. Thank you. In bench press, bronze medal goes to Kuramshim Alexander of Kazakhstan. Silver medal goes to Prakash B of India. And the gold medal goes to Feng Po Wen of Chinese Taipei. Thank you. In deadlift, bronze medal goes to Feng Po Wen of Chinese Taipei. The silver medal goes to Sanjay Shahi of India. And the gold medal goes to Prakash B of India. Thank you. And the total bronze medal goes to Sanjay Sahi of India. Silver medal goes to Feng Po Wen of Chinese Taipei. And the new Asian champion is Prakash B of India. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of India. is an advice to the lifters. Please don't carry the country flag during the victory ceremony on the victory podium. 66 kg sub-juniors. Scott, bronze medal goes to Deneka Stefan of Kazakhstan. Silver medal goes to Rahul Rohit of India. And the gold medal goes to Dinesh R of India. Thank you. Bench press, Rahul Rohit of India wins the bronze. Silver medal goes to Deneka Stefan of Kazakhstan. And the gold medal goes to Dinesh R of India. Thank you. Deadlift, Deneka Stefan of Kazakhstan wins the bronze medal. Silver medal goes to Rahul Rohit of India. And the gold medal goes to Dinesh R of India. Thank you. And in the total, bronze medal goes to Deneka Stefan of Kazakhstan. Silver medal goes to Rahul Rohit of India. And the new Asian champion of sub-juniors is Dinesh R of India. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of India. Venu. 66 kg category juniors. It is Scott, bench press, deadlift and total. Silver medal goes to Kozevnikov Razlan of Kazakhstan. The new Asian champion in this category is Wang Yu Cheng of Chinese Taipei. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Chinese Taipei. '66 kg Masters 1. In Scott, bench press, deadlift and total. New champion is Aravind Kumar Kushwaha of India. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of India. '66 kg category Masters 3. Silver medal in Scott goes to Amal Ghosh of India. Gold medal goes to Thomas Vijay of India. Thank you. Bench press, silver medal goes to Thomas Vijay of India. And gold medal goes to Amal Ghosh of India. Deadlift, silver medal goes to Amal Ghosh of India. Gold medal goes to Thomas Vijay of India. Thank you. After a stiff fight in the 66 kg Masters 3, both competitors total 400 kg. But on the virtue of the lesser body weight, Thomas Vijay of India wins gold. Silver goes to Amal Ghosh of India. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of India. So that's the end of the victory ceremony. Mr. Vinod Bolar, technical controller, please lead the competitors off the stage. The next session starts at the